Welcome, my friends. I'm so glad you're here. Imagine this for a moment. You're over 60. Something as simple as walking up a flight of stairs suddenly feels harder than it used to. Your legs feel heavy, weaker, almost like they're giving up on you. Most people brush it off thinking, well, that's just aging. But here's the shocking truth. It's not just age. Sometimes the very vitamins you trust to keep you healthy may actually be the ones silently draining your strength. Yes, you heard that right. Two of the most common vitamins that millions of seniors take every single morning could be weakening your muscles without you even realizing it. Now, before I reveal these two worst vitamins, let me officially welcome you. I'm here not just as a guide, but as someone who wants to help you live stronger, healthier, and longer without confusion. If you're serious about keeping your legs strong, mobile, and pain-free as you age, then hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss powerful health tips like this one. Today's video isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Because once you learn why these two vitamins may secretly be harming your legs, and what you can do instead, you'll be steps ahead of most seniors, who are unknowingly sabotaging their strength. So lean in and stay with me, because this information could mean the difference between walking tall with confidence or struggling with weak, shaky legs in just a few years. Now, here's something most seniors don't realize. Your body changes dramatically after 60. The way you process nutrients, the way your muscles use protein, even the way your cells respond to vitamins, it all shifts. What might have been helpful in your 30s or 40s could actually backfire later in life. Here's the catch. Supplement companies rarely tell you this. Why? Because they want everyone young or old to believe that popping the same pill works for everyone. But your body over 60 is not the same body you had 20 years ago. Seniors need balance, not overload. And when you overload the wrong vitamin, instead of nourishing your muscles, you could be weakening them. Imagine pouring too much water into a plant. Instead of helping it grow, the roots drown and the plant withers. The same happens in your body. Too much of the wrong vitamin creates an imbalance. That imbalance quietly steals the strength from your legs. And here's the worst part. Most seniors have no idea it's happening. They blame aging for their weak legs, when in fact, the culprit is sitting in their own medicine cabinet. In a moment, I'll reveal the first of these two worst vitamins that weakens your legs after 60. But before I do, let me ask you, are you subscribed yet? If not, hit that button now, because what I'm about to share could help you protect your independence, mobility, and strength for the years ahead. Now, don't get me wrong, vitamin A is essential in the right amounts. It supports vision, immunity, and even skin health. But here's the problem. Too much of it quietly weakens your muscles and bones. And guess who's most at risk? Seniors who take high-dose multivitamins or supplements without realizing they are already getting vitamin A from their diet. Here's what happens inside your body. High levels of vitamin A interfere with vitamin D and calcium balance. Your bones become fragile, your muscles lose coordination, and your legs begin to feel heavy, weak, or even shaky. Some seniors notice more frequent falls. Others complain of pain in the thighs and hips, and often the doctor never connects it back to excess vitamin A. Imagine this. You're faithfully taking a supplement every day thinking it's helping you. But over time, it's like a thief that slowly chips away at your strength. You don't notice at first. Then one day you struggle to stand up from a chair, or your legs feel like jelly halfway through a walk. That's the hidden cost of too much vitamin A. And here's the scary truth. Research shows that chronic vitamin A overload is linked to reduced muscle mass and even increased risk of hip fractures in older adults. The very thing you thought was protecting you may actually be robbing you of your independence. Now, before I share the second worst vitamin A, and this one shocks, most people, let me make one thing clear. Not all vitamins are bad. In fact, some are life-saving. The key is knowing which ones to avoid in excess and which ones to embrace. The second worst vitamin for your legs after 60 is vitamin E, when taken in high supplemental doses. Now, vitamin E is often marketed as the anti-aging vitamin. You've probably seen bottles in the pharmacy labeled for heart health, skin repair, or even longevity support. But here's the hidden danger. Most seniors are anti-told. Too much vitamin E can actually reduce muscle strength, increase bleeding risk, and make your legs feel weaker over time. Here's why. At normal levels, vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. But in excess, it becomes a pro-oxidant. Instead of protecting your cells, it starts damaging them. This creates muscle fatigue, poor circulation, and a sluggish recovery after simple activities like walking upstairs. Imagine this. A senior takes a mega-dose vitamin E supplement every morning, thinking they're boosting their heart and brain. But instead, their leg muscles slowly become less responsive, and bruises appear more easily after minor bumps. They start noticing fatigue in their thighs and calves, even with light exercise. And one day, they trip on a rug knot because of poor balance, but because their leg muscles simply didn't react fast enough. Even worse, studies have shown that high vitamin E supplementation doesn't improve longevity. In fact, in some cases, it has been linked to increased mortality in older adults. So not only does it sap your strength, it may shorten your years. The truth is, you don't need a giant pill of vitamin E. A handful of nuts, some seeds, and leafy greens already give you the safe amount your body needs. Supplements, unless prescribed for a deficiency, often push you into the danger zone. Now, you might be wondering if vitamin A and vitamin E can weaken your legs after 60. What should you focus on instead? Well, that's where things get exciting. Because the right balance of nutrients can not only protect your muscles, but actually help rebuild them, even after 60. So now that we know vitamin A in excess and vitamin E in high supplemental doses can weaken your legs after 60, the big question becomes, what should you actually be focusing on to protect and rebuild muscle strength? Here's the truth. Your body is still capable of growing and repairing muscle, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The difference is that the process is slower, and it requires the right kind of fuel. Think of your muscles like a home that's constantly under renovation. If the wrong materials are delivered like excess vitamin A or vitamin E, the builders make mistakes. The walls crack, and the foundation weakens. But if you deliver the right bricks and tools, the house becomes stronger and lasts for decades. So, what are those right bricks for your muscles? The first and most important is protein-rich foods, not just eggs, but also lentils, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fish, and even plant proteins like chickpeas. These give your muscles the raw material they need to grow and repair after every step you take. The second is vitamin D, which acts like the switch that turns on your muscles. Without vitamin D, protein can't be used effectively. That's why seniors with low vitamin D often feel like their legs are heavy or weak. A little morning sun, some fortified milk, or even fatty fish like salmon can cover this need. And the third, magnesium and potassium. These two minerals keep your leg muscles firing properly, like spark plugs in an engine. Without them, cramps, stiffness, and weakness creep in. Bananas, spinach, pumpkin seeds, and avocados are some of the richest natural sources. The best part is you don't need expensive supplements for these. Most of them can be found in your local grocery store, and they're delicious to eat. But before I reveal the simple morning routine that seniors around the world are using to keep their legs strong and active, let me share a powerful story about one of my patients who turned his muscle health around after making just one change. I remember a gentleman named Arif, 67 years old, who came to me complaining that his legs felt weaker every month. Walking to the corner store was becoming a challenge, and climbing stairs left him exhausted. What struck me most was the frustration in his voice. He told me, "Doctor, I eat my vitamins every morning. I take vitamin A, vitamin E, and a multivitamin too. But instead of feeling stronger, I feel like I'm losing control of my own body." We did some blood work, and just as I suspected, his vitamin A levels were higher than normal, and his vitamin E intake was way above the safe limit because of supplements. These two vitamins, which he thought were helping him, were actually sabotaging his leg strength. So I asked him to do something very simple. Stop those two supplements and instead add a high-protein, muscle-friendly breakfast. For him, that was a bowl of Greek yogurt with a handful of walnuts and pumpkin seeds, plus one boiled egg. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, just real food that delivered protein, healthy fats, magnesium, and potassium in one shot. Within a month, Arif came back and said, "Doctor, I feel like I have my legs back. I can walk faster, my knees don't shake as much, and I even went back to gardening." His face was glowing, not just from the physical change, but from the confidence of knowing he could still take charge of his health. And here's the important part. It wasn't a magic pill or some expensive powder. It was about removing the wrong vitamins and replacing them with the right foods. His story is living proof that seniors can regain muscle strength and independence by making small but smart changes. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly should you eat each morning to stop muscle loss and keep your legs powerful after 60?